we are going to discuss about the classification of the congenital anomalies of the esophagus. It is categorized into four types. That is the type 1, atresia with the distal fistula. In the type 2, purely esophageal atresia. Type 3, it is the proximal fistula with the lower segment will be the atresia. Type 4, it is a purely tracheoesophageal fistula. We have four varieties: type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4. Now we are going to discuss the individually types of the congenital anomalies of esophagus. First, type 1, it is the atresia with the tracheoesophageal fistula, particularly distal part. Here, usually which occurs in 90% of the cases, maximum of the congenital anomalies will get the type 1 varieties. Means that is the proximal part will the atresia, distal part will the fistula, tracheoesophageal fistula. This percentage according to the as per the textbook, S. Das textbook. Here the upper segment, here in the upper segment ends blindly as shown in the picture, and lower portion of the esophagus connected with the trachea, see as shown in the picture, through the tracheoesophageal fistula. Right? The esophageal fistula commonly joins above the trachea, right, just above the bifurcation of the trachea. Here this lower end joins the trachea, but commonly at the level of the bifurcation of the trachea as shown in the picture, or just above the bifurcation of the trachea. In such type of the cases, commonly baby having the clinical features like admitting the inspired air into the stomach. When inspired the air through the trachea, it is going to enter into the stomach. Or retrograde fashion of the gastric juice into the lungs, means the gastric juice entered into the entered the trachea from lungs to the trachea. In the type 2, it is the purely esophageal atresia as shown in the picture. This occurs in about 8 to 10% of the cases. We will get 8 to 10%. Here both upper and lower esophageal segment as shown in the picture here, upper segment and lower segment, they ends blindly. Means here the portion in between the two portion of the esophagus in between this is missing. This is called the esophageal atresia. In such type of the cases, commonly we get the findings like regurgitation of the saliva or feeding. Otherwise, saliva pours continuously from the baby mouth. Okay. In the type 3, that is the proximal fistula with the distal esophageal atresia. This occurs 1 to 2% of the cases. This is very rare. The proximal segment of the esophagus connected with the trachea by a tracheoesophageal fistula as shown in the figure, while the distal segment of the esophagus ends blindly as shown in the figure. Okay. In such type of the cases, we will get the on persisting feeding, baby ends up with the aspiration, choking, cyanosis, and finally end up with a respiratory distress. In type 4 categories, it is a purely esophageal fistula. The tracheoesophageal fistula is a purely tracheoesophageal fistula. Means here both upper and lower ends are connected with the trachea, or commonly esophagus connected with the trachea. This is occurs only in less than 1% of the cases. Both proximal and distal segment of the esophagus are connected to the trachea by a tracheoesophageal fistula. As here you see in the picture here, both upper and lower end is connected to the trachea. Here in this case, in this type, we'll get the clinical features a presentation as a type 1 and type 3 anomalies of the esophagus. Those clinical features are will get in the type 4. Here, always if the baby having the congenital anomalies, the esophagus is having the associated with the other anomalies, that is listed as a vector or vectral plus vector anomalies with the polyhydramnios. Here vectral is refers as the V is refers as a vertebral defects, A is refers as a anal stenosis or imperforated anus, C is refers as a congenital heart disease, TE refers as a tracheoesophageal fistula, R is refers as a renal agenesis and radial hypoplasia, L is refers as a limb defect. Radial hypoplasia is one variety of the limb defect only. If the baby having the congenital anomaly of the esophagus, one has to check these anomalies also. About 20% of the babies born with the esophageal anomalies having the congenital heart disease. 12% of cases associated with the imperforated anus or anal agenesis. 50% of cases associated with the polyhydramnios. Polyhydramnios is the most common defect which is associated with the congenital anomaly of the esophagus. Here polyhydramnios means excessive amount of the amniotic fluid. It is usually get in the third trimester where the baby fails to engulf the amniotic fluid. Because of this reason, there is excessive collection of the amniotic fluid in the womb of the mother. There are other reasons also for the polyhydramnios, but when the mother having the polyhydramnios, first you have to suspect of the congenital anomaly of the esophagus.